Alright guys, here we're going to react to the trailer for the movie Greta.
Chloe Grace Moretz horror movie 2019. That's all I need to hear, really.
I was just going to say, that's all I need to hear. Let's check it out. That looks shockingly interesting. Like,
well, okay.
Was not expecting the serious tone of this when it started. I love the weird premise. And is that who plays Greta? That
I don't know.
She reminds me of a oh God, who I can't think of her name, but she reminds me of like an Oscar-winning actress.
Like
but,
Kate Blanchett.
But no.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah, more in that vein than
like,
not.
what?
But
Yes.
it's not her, I don't believe. I don't know that it actually is somebody famous.
I think it's no one. I don't know.
But she has that air of it where I'm like, okay, you're really bringing it here. I like this premise of she's hiding bags around or losing bags
when
around
you
the town.
when she finds all the bags and all that stuff. I will say I was into it, and then that began to wane as they kept showing me more and more and more and more and more, and I was like, oh my God, stop it! I get it.
What
oh, no.
do you think was the point where it was too much?
Like 2/3 of the way through.
Well, I mean, was there?
It just became like, holy shit. Well, so she finds the bags.
Yes.
And then you think, oh no, something's gonna happen like right now, like the injection will happen, and then it'll just cut to like the end.
Yeah, you would have anticipated that.
But there's a part there where it's like, oh, we're dodging her, we're trying to ghost this crazy bitch. What's going on? And then it all catches up with her later. But then even then it like keeps going. They keep showing me more things that happen. I don't want to know those things. I want to watch the movie and see those things.
Well, my hope, and I tend to believe, is like they're giving away all this information, but there's so much more. Like it's one of those ones where like you're like, either you gave me away the entire movie here, or there's a whole other layer to this movie that we don't know.
I don't trust anyone anymore. I was hoping, up until like halfway through, that maybe this looks really bad, but she's actually trying to help her from something else or something weird is happening. But by the end, it becomes maybe not. I don't know. But like by the end, they're making it seem like it's fairly obvious that she's just a crazy bitch.
It is, and if there's not that secondary subplot here that I'm hoping for, yes, I do agree that they gave away too much here. But it's the way it's painted. It was a very effective trailer.
It looks like a good movie.
Where, yes,
I'm not going to say it looks like a bad movie. Yeah.
I like how it opens with the first 3 seconds is like a gunshot and a scream and a thing, and then like happy music and then blah blah blah. Like it's a fun way of doing the trailer. And it does look like all the people are actors, which is not always a thing you can say about a horror movie. But you know what I mean? Like where people are not always. It was like, oh yes, you're an actor, but these look like, oh no, you're a thespian. Like you're an actor.
If I look at it like a movie, it's like this is fine, and if I look at it like a horror movie, this is like ridiculous, like amazing. Or whatever.
Yes.
But
and I think that's how you have to approach it.
This is sort of like more what I'm into, like a smaller cast and a simple premise, and not some crazy thing where it's like we got these 8 teenagers, and wait a minute, we have to play a game and all that stuff.
Typically, those are more of my type of
I
movies.
know.
But no, this looks great to me. And something about that bag that she chose, it's such a creepy bag where it's like just old timey enough and has a classic nature to it. And the back of them has a post-it note with the phone numbers and you're like, okay, are these all the bags that have been returned and those all people that are dead? Why does the numbers posted on them?
She keeps them like trophies.
It's very interesting. The weirdest part of the trailer, I have to say though, is that they become friends at some point. It looks like, and they're out, and you see her take a photo of the older lady sitting on a bench, and she has like the oldest flip phone you've ever seen.
Yes.
And so it always makes me wonder what time are we, what decade are we filming this in?
It's gonna get.
Is this supposed to be a classic thing? Like, because flip phones, and while I do know a few people that have them, it is not a thing you associate with like a hip young girl.
No, and like a hip young girl in the city who works in like food or whatever.
But it could be just that you don't have enough money. That's like you just buy that burner style phone.
It's gonna get weirder and weirder as we go into the future, because I think looking back, the flip phone era is so small, relatively speaking, that it's basically like setting your movie in like exactly 1978. It's like such a strange, right? Wasn't it just like 5 years or like 7 years or something like that?
I was like 10.
That they were like the main, but like we don't think of it. There are certain things that signal this is the this is the 80s, this is the 90s, this is the post 2000s or whatever. And like a flip phone is like that's 97 or like 2004. Like where are we exactly? Is that it? I don't even know.
Well, I'm gonna revise my guess. What I actually think is happening. I think the lady said take my picture and gave her
her old
phone.
flip phone.
That's my guess, because my mother had a flip phone up till like a few months ago.
No, but that kind of stuff does fascinate me. How we can like indicate, like you don't just want text on the screen that says this is what year it is. You want to kind of give people like the feel of what year it is.
And it's almost nice when you don't know and then something happens and like oh, they're celebrating New Year's 1989. Interesting.
You're like, what? Yes.
And that's obviously this is not in the 80s, but this could be like 2005, and it wouldn't throw off much of anything.
It's the 20s.
But you see an iPhone at one point.
There you go.
So obviously 1923.
It may not matter when it is, but
it doesn't. For this concept, it doesn't matter. And honestly, I'm happier before cell phones were invented, as per horror movies anyway, because they ruin a lot of stuff because they need a lot of shoddy explanation as to why they're not just calling the police.
People always like can't have service or whatever and all that stuff. I know. No, yeah, this is an unexpected little gem. I'm looking forward to like tense conversations with them and like misunderstandings, because even this woman's like apartment and her style and everything, like you said, the bag, but like everything about her has this like what's going on here type of vibe to it.
Yes, and then she quickly becomes unwound in this
and
trailer.
I like her going crazy. And
it could have even been a sweet thing where it's like, oh no, I don't have a lot of contact. I leave these purses around hoping that good people will come into my life. And like I wonder if she ever tries to spin it that way before the murder
or whatever. Yeah, we're really not 100% clear who she killed and why, right? Like in the trailer, she's like, she's cleaning up blood. She fires a gun. She does whatever. I really hope there's some deeper, crazy twist and some awesome hidden thing. But even if there's not, this should be strong enough. It seems like a real thing.
Yeah, this is definitely a 2 thumbs up movie from us.
We're doing it.
Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.